Today we're back on Sprunki, but Snowy. You know how in Phase 1, the Sprunkies are happy and cute, but in Phase 2, they're dead and scary.
Yeah, it's sad seeing them get so messed up.
And every phase beyond Phase 2 gets even worse. In Phase 3, they look like this. Phase 4 like this. And it keeps getting worse with every new phase.
Some of the phases get too scary.
Don't worry, Snowy. Today we're going beyond Phase 2, but we're gonna see what it looks like when they survive the other phases. No matter how scary they get in the other phases, they're gonna survive today.
Yay! It's like the good ending for every phase.
Let's start with Phase 3. Okay, let's bring in this one. Look at Orin!
Oh my gosh, look at his eyes.
Dude, his face exploded open. How is he gonna survive this?
I don't know, Tyler, but you promised that they would survive.
Yeah, Snowy, everyone's gonna survive today. Make sure to stick around, guys, because we're gonna go through all of the phases and see them survive. Let's bring in, Durple. Whoa, look at Durple!
Whoa, that's the longest neck I've ever seen.
Let's hear him, let's hear him. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Let's bring in Clucker, too. Oh, look at Clucker Phase 3!
Okay, Clucker's pretty bad right now.
Oh my gosh. I think they need immediate hospital attention, Snowy.
That's for sure, Tyler.
Who is this one? Oh my gosh, look at Pinky. She's so messed up.
I can't even tell that's Pinky anymore. Where did her ears go?
I don't know, Snowy. What happened to them in Phase 3? Let's bring in this one. Ah, look at Bride.
Oh no, Bride.
These Sprunkies need some serious help. Let's get them to the hospital.
Look, Tyler, it's the Sprunky ambulance.
Guys, hit the like button right now to send the first batch of Sprunkies to the hospital.
Yeah, guys, hit like so we can save them.
The likes are coming in. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, they're back from the hospital. Let's see if they're fixed now. Look at Orin.
Aw, his whole head is wrapped up in bandages.
And now he has to make this sound with his mouth instead.
Yay, his face is healing under there.
What about Durple? Remember his super long neck? Oh my gosh. They put his neck back to normal.
Ooh, he's looking better already.
He looks a little traumatized, though.
Yeah, with that intense stare.
We also looked at Clucker. Let's check him out. Oh my gosh, I love the bandages just on his entire face.
Yeah, they had to get an entire face transplant for him.
And then I think this one was Pinky, right? All the bandages.
Hey, her ears are back.
We also looked at Bride. Was this Bride? Look at Bride.
He looks so sad.
I think it's gonna take a minute for these guys to heal. But let's see who else we can fix. Okay, we're back in Phase 3. Let's keep looking at these characters like Mr. Sun. Oh my gosh, Zoe, look at Mr. Sun Phase 3.
Whoa, he's so twisty.
He's so twisty and he's got that scary eyeball.
He's getting even more twisted up, Tyler.
What? Okay, what about Mr. Fun Computer Phase 3? Whoa. What happened to his... Oh, it says run!
Oh, no.
How are they gonna fix this? I think he has a virus.
That is the scariest voice. I think he's sick.
Oh my gosh, it said run away. Okay,
What about Funbot, Tyler?
Ooh, yeah, let's see Funbot. So this is Funbot Phase 3. Look at that mouth.
His mouth got way bigger and sharper.
Oh my gosh, what about Tunner Phase 3? Ah, what did they do to Tunner?
He got tied up and then a bunch of people stepped all over him.
Why did they tie up and beat up Tunner? Let's see how this looks with these characters so far. Mr. Sun is still twisted.
This song is kind of cool, though.
I know, right? And then who is, this? Is this Jevin? Whoa, look at Jevin, Snowy.
Where's his eyes?
Okay, guys, let's get these Phase 3 Sprunkies to the hospital and see them fixed.
Yay!
Okay, Snowy, they're back from the hospital. Let's bring in Mr. Sun Phase 3, but he's alive! He's still twisty, though.
Maybe he thinks it's fun, Tyler. Sometimes it's good to stretch.
Yeah, and guys, they're gonna keep all of their sounds that they make in the different phases today after they survive, so they can still make their cool new music.
But now they can actually enjoy their music.
But what about Mr. Fun Computer? It looked like he had a virus. Oh, look, he's happy. Oh my gosh. His voice still sounds like that, though.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take some time for his voice to heal.
Wait, look, Snowi, but he's happy. He's happy. It's okay.
Yeah, he wants to have a fun time.
All right. What about Funbot? Hey, look at him. Ooh, he makes his awesome beat, but he doesn't look all scary anymore.
Good, he looks much better now.
I think it was just low on battery, Snowi. They had to charge him.
And he was super hungry, but he's been fed now.
Ooh, what about Tunner? Remember, he was super beat up. What? They fixed him.
Look at his mouth.
Okay, and then what about Jevin? Jevin still kind of looks the same.
Maybe he refuses to open his eyes, Tyler. Maybe he needs some rest.
Whoa, listen to him, Snowi. That is so creepy.
That is a really creepy sound.
Okay, guys, we're back in phase 3 where they're messed up. Let's check out Mr. Tree. Look at this.
Whoa, his teeth are chattering because he's so scared.
He looks creepy. Why are his leaves red?
Oh no, Tyler. When leaves turn red, that usually means they're about to fall out.
Oh no! He's dying. We gotta get him to the hospital. Who is this one right here? Whoa, look at Wenda.
Oh my gosh, her jaw dropped.
I keep forgetting how scary they are in phase 3. But stick around, guys, because we're going beyond phase 3 and they'll get even scarier. Let's check out Garnold. Look at Garnold!
Oh no, Garnold! Uh-oh, Garnold got it pretty bad.
Whoa. Listen to Garnold. Listen to Garnold. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, but it also sounds kind of cool.
Wait, we still haven't checked out Vineria phase 3. Whoa, look at Vineria phase 3. Ah! What is that? Her eyes come out.
There's so much vines.
Let's see. Whoa! We haven't seen Sky phase 3. Oh my gosh, so many poles in his head.
How did that even happen?
How is he gonna survive this?
I don't think he can, Tyler.
And what about Simon phase 3? Whoa, look at him!
It looks like he ate a bunch of Sprunkies.
All right, guys, so this is the next batch of Sprunkies that need to be saved at the hospital. Let's go fix these guys.
Yeah, they're even more messed up than the last batch.
Okay, Snowi, they're back from the hospital. Let's check him out. So this was Mr. Tree phase 3. Yay! He's happy and cute again.
Aw, how sweet.
And what about Vineria? She looks pretty messed up. Look at Vineria.
Yeah, they had to trim her vines down because they were growing out of hand.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's okay though, Snowi. Remember, they're all gonna heal after this.
What about Sky?
Oh yeah, Sky looks super messed up. Here he is. Let's see. What is that face?
Ooh, Sky's feeling good right now.
What is he doing with his mouth?
He's so strange, but I think he's feeling the best he's felt in years.
Totally, Snowi. He's just glad that they got all those pulls out of his head. Hey, let's check out Wenda, too. Wenda had a crazy look. Whoa!
Ooh, she's super happy.
Wenda, are you feeling okay now? Whoa. She still makes such a cool sound.
Ooh, yeah, it's really pretty.
And we can't forget about Garnold. He looked really messed up. Hey, they fixed him! And his screen's back to normal.
Yay, he looks so much better now.
Whoa. Yes, I'm so glad his screen works. So it's like when you break your phone screen and then they have to repair it.
Oh, yeah, but they had to do a lot more to Garnold.
But what about Simon? He looks kind of crazy. Look at Simon!
Aw, he's so happy too.
Aw, look, Snowi, he makes his happy sound with his mouth.
I'm loving this song so far, Tyler.
It's definitely got a better vibe now that they're all back to normal.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. That sounds so cool.
That sounds really awesome.
So they all survived phase 3. It's the phase 3 good ending. Now it's time to unlock phase 4.
Whoa, let's do it.
Guys, hit subscribe right now if you haven't already to send us to phase 4.
Yeah, guys, hit subscribe. It'll get us there for sure.
They're hitting subscribe. Let's go. Oh my gosh, Snowy. I think we're in Sprunki phase 4 now.
Ooh, it just got darker.
Let's see how they look in phase 4. Like Mr. Sun. Whoa, look, I can't even see the polos.
But when you can't see them, they look super scary.
Let's bring in Mr. Sun. Whoa, that's Mr. Sun phase 4?
I've never seen him looking like that before.
That is so creepy. What about Orin phase 4? What's going on with Orin?
His head got blasted.
Don't worry though, Silly. They will get fixed back to normal today. How about Gray phase 4? What the? Who put a giant knife in his head?
I don't know, Tyler, but he looks like he's looking out for them.
That is so scary. What about Sky? Ah, look at Sky!
He's got even more pulls.
Sky phase 4 has 4 more pulls than before. Whoa, look at him glitching out.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Okay, Zoe, let's get these ones out of phase 4 to the Sprunki hospital. Look, there's the ambulance.
Yay, let's take him to the doctors.
And let's see what it looks like when they survive. Oh, Zoe, why do the polos look like this now?
They look like angels, Tyler.
And some of them are crying. Hopefully they all survive. Let's check on Orin. Whoa! He's still making his awesome new sound. And he looks a lot happier now.
Yeah, the doctors fixed his face.
That is so funny. Ooh, but what about Mr. Sun? He looked really scary in phase 4. Let's see him. Oh my gosh. He's still all spiky, but he's happy now.
Yeah, his smile is shining brightly.
Why is he looking around like that?
He's looking for his friends to make sure they're okay too.
Well, hopefully they are. Let's bring in Gray. Oh my gosh, look at Gray. He's so happy.
Whoa, you rarely ever see Gray smiling.
But now that he's survived, Silly, he's happy. And look at him vibing.
Yay, I think he's feeling pretty good.
Okay, but what about Sky? Sky looked pretty messed up. Whoa! Sky made a full recovery.
Yeah, he has no more pulls in him.
That is awesome. And he's still glitching out.
I think he wanted to keep the glitchiness because it looks cool.
This is so cool. Let's go back to phase 4 and check on the rest of them. Let's check on, I think this one's Vineria. What is going on with Vineria? She's more Vine than she is Rhea.
Yeah, her vines are wigging out right now.
Why is she spazzing out like that? That's so scary. I wonder how that's gonna look when she's fixed.
Yeah, how are they even gonna fix that?
I don't know, Silly. What about Wenda? No! Wenda's been stabbed and popped in the head!
Like Tutter!
Yeah, but look, Zoe, it looks like she's still kind of alive.
Yeah, she looks pretty freaked out right now, though.
I can't wait to see her fixed. Okay, let's check on Durple. Usually Durple grows bigger and bigger through the different phases, so let's see him in phase 4. Whoa! He's huge!
He's like a sea monster now.
And he makes a really cool sound.
At least he's got a big old smile on his face.
I guess so. Okay, what about Ratty phase 4? Let's see Ratty. Oh my gosh! Whoa!
I don't think there's anyone worse than Ratty right now.
Dude, Ratty is so messed up. How is he gonna survive this?
It makes me less scared knowing that they're gonna be okay.
I know, right? How about Brud phase 4? Whoa, look at Brud phase 4.
Look at the pointy on his head, Tyler. It's missing his broad skin.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, wait, what? Is that what he covers with the bucket?
I think so. Where's the bucket?
I don't know, Snowy, but let's check on this batch of phase 4 characters. Check them out.
Yeah, it's time to load him in the ambulance.
We gotta get them all out here. Especially Ratty. Look at this, Snowy.
Yeah, come on, guys. Don't you want to get better?
Hey, look, Snowy. Here's the ambulance. Let's send them to the hospital.
Good luck, guys.
Okay, Snowi, the first one I gotta see fixed is Vinria. She looked crazy. What the? She's still doing the same dance moves.
Whoa, I like that they kept the long vines and put a flower at the end of it.
Aw, how cute. Flowers will make anyone feel better at the hospital.
Oh, yeah. What about Wenda, Tyler?
Oh, yeah, remember she was stabbed and popped? Hey, look it, she's fixed.
She's all bandaged up and happy.
Yay! Ooh, what about Durple, Snowi? Remember, Durple was huge. Let's check out Durple. Whoa! Okay, he kept the long neck. Is this supposed to be him back to normal?
I think so, Tyler. He is happy. I think he likes being super tall.
I don't know about this one, Snowi. He kind of looks scary. I guess his head shape's normal again.
Yeah, that's true.
And we can't forget about Brud. Let's see Brud fix. Yes! He has his bucket again!
Yay! Everything's back to normal for him.
And he can still make his new sound, too.
I'm glad Brad's much better. But what about Ratty? Ratty was one of the worst.
Oh, yeah. Ratty had it really bad in Phase 4. Let's check on Ratty. What the?
No!
No! R.I.P. Ratty. He didn't survive, Snowi.
It says we will miss you. That's for sure.
No, that is so sad. That's why those polars are crying.
Wait, Tyler, maybe he could be fixed in the next phase.
You're right, Snowi. Let's go to Sprunki Phase 5. I am scared to look at the Sprunkies in Phase 5.
Yeah, me too, Tyler. Remember, it only got worse.
Let's check on Mr. Sun. Whoa. What is that, Mr. Sun?
That's so crazy.
What about Fun Boy? Oh my gosh, look at Fun Boy.
He looks angry.
Let's hear him. Whoa, look at him, Snowi.
Ooh, he makes a cool sound.
Yeah. What about, who is this one right here? Mr. Tree! Oh no, Snowi, he's been chopped down!
That is so sad!
Whoa, listen to his sound though!
At least he still has an eye.
Totally! Let's bring in Vineria too. Let's see. Ah! What is that?
Whoa, she looks really scary, Tyler. Look at those eyes.
Whoa! What has she grown into? That's creepy! She's overgrown.
A bunch of scary eyes grew all over her vines.
What about Pinky? Let's see Pinky. Phase 5!
She looks so gross.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, the Sprunki ambulance has arrived. Let's get these Phase 5 Sprunkies to the hospital.
Is it even possible?
Okay, guys, we're at the hospital, and the Sprunkies should be fixed now. Let's check on Mr. Sun. What is that?
Whoa, they sewed his face back to a better side.
Yeah, they sewed his face back to Phase 1. What?
But look, Tyler, he's happy, so it worked.
But is he happy behind the mask? Ugh, I don't like that. How about Fun Boy? Oh, hey, look, Snowi. Now his screen shows blue instead of red, and he's still making the same sound.
Well, blue's a much nicer color, so I guess that's an improvement.
Yeah, guys, red means he was overheating, but now that it's blue, he's cooled down. There was also Pinky. She looks super messed up. Look at Pinky!
They basically had to cover her entire body in bandages.
Whoa. What is that sound she's making?
That's a scary sound.
She's gonna be like this for a couple days, Snowi, before she heals. Let's let her rest.
I hope she feels better soon. What about Vineria, Tyler?
Oh yeah, Vineria look crazy. Whoa! Hey, she looks good!
Ooh, yeah! I love what you did with your vines, Vineria!
Yeah, she looks good! Shake it, Vineria! She's vibing out!
She's vibing out!
What did they do with all of those eyeballs, though, Snowi?
I think they donated them to those who need them.
Totally. She could grow extra eyeballs for the people that lose their eyes. What about Mr. Tree? Hey! He's still making his awesome music, but he's fixed!
Yay! His leaves grew out again!
They haven't fully grown yet, it looks like. I think it's gonna take a while.
I love his facial expression, though. It looks funny.
Let's go back to Phase 5 and get the next batch of Sprunkies to heal. I wonder what Mr. Fun Computer looks like in Phase 5. Whoa. Ah! What was that? What Whoa! What the heck?
What is it a picture of?
What is that face? That looks like a picture of Pinky.
He only makes scary facial expressions.
How are they gonna fix this at the hospital, Snowi? I don't even know. Let's check on Orin. Usually he gets it the worst. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Why does he have 3 eyes?
I don't know, Tyler, but they're all bouncing off of each other. Ew.
Oh, that's creepy. Orin has extra eyes in phase 5, just like Vineria. And look at his heart, Snowi. It's beating.
At least it hasn't stopped beating.
Totally. Hey, let's check on Jev in phase 5. Whoa. You can't even see his face.
It's completely blacked out because it's too scary.
But when we get to the hospital, Snowi, they're gonna turn on the lights, and you are not ready for what it's gonna reveal.
You're right, I'm not.
Hey, what about Wenda? Wenda, phase 5! Oh my gosh, I think she got the Derpal treatment!
Oh yeah, with the long necks.
Whoa. She makes a pretty sound!
I don't know, it sounds kind of mysterious.
Let's get Gray in here. Aw, it's couples day in phase 5!
There's nothing aw about that.
Oh my gosh, how are they gonna fix this? I think he needs some of those eyes that they're donating.
Yeah, I'm sure a few of them are gonna need some.
Ooh, what about Sky Blue phase 5? Whoa! What happened to Sky Blue?
His mouth and eye are falling off.
Is he gonna make a sound? Whoa. What?
He's still glitching out, too.
Why does he only have 1 eyeball now?
Yeah, what even happened to the other one?
I have no idea, Snowi, but let's get these characters lined up so they can get to the hospital as soon as possible.
All right, guys, get ready to go in the ambulance.
Oh, wait, we can't forget about Jevin. I want to see what his face looks like. Do you hear this song, Snowi?
It sounds terrifying.
But look, the Sprunki ambulance is here. Let's get him to the hospital.
Goodbye, Sprunkies.
All right, guys, we're back at the hospital, and the first one I want to see fixed is a Mr. Fun computer. Remember, so he had that weird picture of Pinky? Let's see him now. Wait, he looks good. What is that? Is that the Mr. Sun song?
Yeah, that's not your usual sound, Mr. Fun Computer.
I think he knows it too, Snowi. That's why he's making that face.
Well, I'm glad to see he got his sense of humor back.
But he didn't get his hat back. Where'd his hat go?
Oh, yeah, you're right, Tyler.
What about Orin? He looks kind of messed up. Orin? I don't think they're done with him yet, Snowi.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long time for his wounds to heal.
Whoa, he's still making that sound, though.
He'll never stop singing, Tyler.
How about Sky Blue? Remember, Sky only had 1 eye. He still has 1 eye.
Can we get a scary Vineria over here?
Yeah, he needs an extra eye. I think Vineria is gonna have to grow eyes for all of the phase 5 Sprunkies. Whoa. What about Gray? It didn't really look like he had eyes. Oh my gosh, Snowi, look at Gray.
He still has his beard.
Ugh, that's creepy. His face is healing under the bandages, though. Wait, what about Wenda? Let's look at Wenda. Oh, Wenda's fixed.
Yay, she's all better. Look at that smile.
Remember, she had that super long neck. Whoa. Now she just dances. Aw, yeah.
What about Jevin, Tyler?
Oh, yeah. Are you ready to turn the lights on, Snowi? Let's turn on the lights and take a look at Jevin. What the?
It's actually his face.
So that's what Jevin looks like underneath his hood.
Wait, I think he always wears his hood because he's balding.
Oh, no. You're right, Snowi. Let's go back to phase 5 and fix the rest of these Sprunkies, though. And then we can go to phase 6.
Let's do it.
What does Clucker phase 5 look like? Whoa.
He's one giant eyeball.
What the heck, dude? That's so scary. How are they gonna fix that?
I don't know. It looks like he has 2 bird beaks on the side of his head.
The Sprunky doctors perform miracles, Snowi, because they're gonna get them all back to normal. Ooh, what about Derpal phase 5? He's huge!
Oh my gosh, his mouth is giant.
It's growing bigger and bigger, Snowi, and he's growing longer and longer. Why are there spikes going out of his eyes?
Because he turns into a scarier and scarier sea monster.
That is so creepy. I'm glad we're gonna be able to save him, though. How about Lime? What happened to Lime?
He's like just a skeleton, but with his hair.
And one of his eyeballs are split in half, Snowy.
Again, can we get Vineria over here?
Yeah, Vinery needs to donate some of those extra eyeballs. What about Ratty? Oh my gosh, there's barely anything left of Ratty.
Ratty's definitely the scariest.
Oh, he makes a good beat though.
Yeah, he makes a really cool sound.
Let's check on Garnold. What is wrong with Garnold?
It looks like he's getting electrocuted.
Yeah, totally. He's malfunctioning, Snowy. I think the Durple sea monster came out of the water and got water in his circuits.
Yeah, he grabbed a giant mouthful of water and then spit it out on him.
Okay, I especially want to see how they fix Clucker, so let's get them to the Sprunki Hospital.
All right, guys, here comes the Sprunki ambulance.
There's the ambulance to the hospital. All right, Zoe, we're at the hospital and they're getting fixed. Let's check on Clucker. Whoa! His face is back to normal.
And look at the clocks on his head.
Yeah, he still has 3 of them, just like in Phase 5.
Well, good for Clucker. I'm glad to see you looking better, buddy.
Let's check on Durple Phase 5. Whoa. Look, Snowy.
His mouth is a lot smaller, at least.
Yeah, totally. And they're not finished with the top of his head. That's why he has the bandages. At least it looks like he's still smiling.
Yeah, he's still pretty happy under there. What about Lime?
Oh, yeah, Lime was super messed up. Oh, look, Zoe, they're still working on him.
He's completely covered except for his hair.
How about Ratty? There's barely anything left of Ratty. Look at Ratty.
He's basically just a bandage.
And what about Garnold? Let's see him. Oh, look, Zoe! Instead of red, it's blue!
Yay! And he looks like he isn't getting electrocuted anymore.
But he still has to go to the goggle store to buy some new ones.
Wow, this song is awesome!
I know, right? Especially now that they're all fixed! Check it out, Zoe!
Yay!
Oh no, Snowy. We are now in Phase 6 of Sprunki.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be insane!
This is when things start getting really, really creepy. Okay, watch. Let's check out Durple. Look at that Durple!
Oh my gosh, that's a real monster right there!
Whoa. He makes a cool sound, though. I don't know how they're gonna fix this Durple back to normal, though.
Yeah, you can't even tell that it was once cute little Durple.
What else? Who else do we have? What about Ratty? Whoa, what is that?
That is so scary. That's something that would haunt your nightmares.
He is gonna need some serious surgery to get back to normal, Snowy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Okay, what about Mr. Fun Computer? I think this is his icon. Wait, it says missing? No! It says Fun Computer is missing!
No, maybe he ran away because of all of the scary monsters.
Yeah, you're right, Snowy. Maybe we can find him at the hospital. He could be there waiting for these Sprunkies.
Yeah, maybe he's hiding there.
What about Blood Phase 6? Oh my gosh, what is that, Snowy?
That was once Bride? I couldn't even tell.
That's crazy. Are those bones sticking out his face?
Nobody knows what that is, Tyler.
Oh my gosh. Well, the doctors are gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, it's gonna take some seriously professional doctors for this one.
Okay, let's bring in these characters that are gonna be going to the hospital. Look, Zoe, the ambulance is here. Hopefully they can find Mr. Fun Computer once they get there.
Yeah, good luck, doctors. You're gonna need it.
Okay, guys, we're at the hospital, and the doctors are telling us that they should be good now. Let's start with Durple, because he looked crazy. Whoa! Look, Zoe, he's happy again.
He still looks kind of monstery, but he looks a lot more cute now.
He makes an awesome sound, too. It's a lot more fun now that he's happy.
Yeah, honestly, this is a Durple upgrade right here.
Totally. Okay, let's check out Bride. Look at Bride, Zoe. Remember how messed up he looked?
Yeah, and they even glued his bucket back together.
It looks like his bucket shattered into pieces and they had to piece it back together. But what is he doing right now, Zoe? I think he's having a weird reaction to the medicine.
Yeah, Tyler, but it was the only way to fix him, so they still had to give it to him.
Look at him, guys. This is the medicine. It's taking effect on Bride. But don't worry, Snowy. He'll be healed in a couple hours.
Good, he needs to be healed. Wait, so did they ever find Mr. Fun Computer?
I don't know. Let's see. Hey, it says we found him.
Yay! Oh my gosh!
And he's playing a clapping sound. Wait, that's hilarious. Look, Zoe, when I bring him in, it says, we found him!
Aw, he was hiding under one of the hospital beds.
Aw, he was scared. But the doctors gave him a lollipop and he feels better.
What about Ratty, Tyler?
Oh, yeah, remember Ratty? Let's look at him. Whoa, look at Ratty!
Okay, he's still kind of hanging from the ceiling, but at least he's getting better.
I think that's his arm, Snowy, and he's holding himself up with the chain. That's the only way he can stand.
That is so crazy.
And look, it looks like his horns got cracked and they glued the pieces back on.
Hopefully he'll be completely healed soon.
We're back in phase 6, and let's see who else is looking messed up. I think this is Wenda. Why is Wenda like that, Snowy?
Oh my gosh, look at those choppers.
So this is Wenda phase 6? What about Gray? Hold on, what about Gray? She needs her boyfriend over here. Look at Gray.
They look like the same style.
What is going on here? I think Gray's missing his skin, Snowy.
I think they are, but the Sprunki doctors can fix them easy.
What about Funbot? Whoa, look at Funbot. Oh my gosh, you hear him, Snowy?
Yeah, it's an emergency sound.
It's an emergency. Phase 6 is corrupting everybody.
Oh no, everybody hide.
And it says error. There's an error on his screen. Wait, Snowy, I didn't put him away. He just put himself away.
This is too much for him, Tyler.
What about Garnold? Oh my gosh. What the heck happened to Garnold? Look at his teeth.
There's barely anything left of him.
Whoa, do you hear his sound, Snowy? I think he's searching for other survivors.
Yeah, he's sending out signals so somebody else can hear him and come and help them.
But nobody's coming back, Snowy, because they're all creepy monsters now. Okay, guys, let's get Wenda, Gray, Garnold, and Funbot to the Sprunki hospital. Look, Snowy, I try to put Funbot out here, but he puts himself away every single time.
He doesn't want to go. He's scared of the doctors.
But the ambulance is here. Let's get to the hospital. We're at the hospital, and the doctor said that Funbot was really scared of getting surgery, but he should be good now. Let's look at him. Oh my gosh, though, he still makes his sound, but he's smiling. He's just doing it for fun.
Yeah, it turns out he really enjoyed making that sound.
Oh my gosh, did you hear the glass break sound too?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
What? Okay, let's look at the next one. What was even happening with Garnold? Look, Snowy.
His entire mouth has been bandaged shut.
Yeah, remember his teeth? He basically had to go to the dentist today. And they fixed his goggles, too.
He looks kind of tired, Tyler. I think he needs a lot of rest.
Definitely, Snowy, so that his mouth can heal back to normal. Let's look at the next one. Gray was missing his skin. Yes, they got his skin back.
Yay! I love how his face is just covered in bandages.
I know, right? And let's check on Wenda, too. Look at Wenda. Remember, her teeth were super spiky, so they had to fix them.
Yeah, but her body's still shaped kind of funny.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Maybe they're not done with Wenda yet.
Yeah, or maybe she liked having legs.
Totally. Let's check on phase 6 Clucker. Whoa, look at that giant eye.
Why is his entire head an eyeball now?
I don't know. What about Sky? What the? He's got a giant eye too.
Oh my gosh, what's with the eyes in this one?
He's not Sky phase 6. He's Eye phase 6.
Oh no, it's the eye invasion.
This makes me wonder what phase 7 is gonna look like. But let's keep checking out. How about, okay, I think this is Orin. Whoa!
Oh my gosh, Orin, he looks like a creepy fish that would be at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, totally. And look at his big chompers, Snowy. I think he's making that sound with his teeth.
Yeah, he chomps them together to make music.
What? Guys, even when they're super messed up, they do what they can to keep singing. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's the only thing they can do.
How about Mr. Tree phase 6? Whoa! Look at the little eye in there. That's so creepy.
He's like a tree stump come to life.
He makes a cool sound, though.
Yeah, that's a really cool sound.
I'm worried about these Sprunkies, though, Snowy. They look super messed up. Look at this. Look at the eyes.
Yeah, they do look pretty messed up, Tyler. I think that these are going to be the first ones that the doctors can't fix.
Don't say that, Snowy. Look, the ambulance is here. We gotta get him in the emergency room pronto.
Guys, get in the van now.
We're at the hospital, Snowy, and the doctors say they have good news and they have bad news. I don't know what that means, but let's check out Sky. Hey, look, they got his normal eyes back.
Oh, yeah, but his hair looks kind of messed up.
I think they had to use a fish for his head, Snowy, because they were running out of blue skin.
Oh, yeah, Tyler, he's part fish now, like Durple.
And you can see the fin on there, too. Let's check on Clucker. Whoa, look!
Whoa, he's looking better.
Oh my gosh. But look, Snowy, he's got triple the cluck!
Whoa, maybe he asked for extra cluck at the doctor's.
Totally. How about Orin? Because Orin looked pretty messed up. Look at Orin.
Oh my gosh, Orin looks so worn out.
Why is he wearing an eye patch, Snowy? I don't think he's done healing.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's gonna be a while.
And what about Mr. Tree? Remember the giant Mr. Tree? Look, they pieced him back together.
Yeah, he was a tree stump and the rest of him got shredded, but they took all the pieces and glued him back together.
Ooh, his sound is awesome. This is so cool! Guys, make sure to leave a like on this video if you haven't already so that all of the Sprunkies can heal back to their normal selves.
Yeah, guys, all of the love will really help these Sprunkies feel better.
We still have a few more in Phase 6 that need treatment, so let's check him out. We got Simon! That's Simon Phase 6?
Oh my gosh, that is so scary. It looks like he'd be hiding under somebody's bed.
Oh no, he's gonna be hiding under our bed tonight if we don't fix him! Let's check out Pinky. Whoa. So I think Simon chomped Pinky's face off.
Yeah, Pinky got a little too close.
How about Vineria Phase 6? Whoa, look at all the eyeballs.
Oh my gosh.
That is so scary.
This is the eyeball phase, Tyler.
I know, right? And how about Lime? Oh my gosh, what is wrong with Lime?
You can barely even tease lime color anymore.
We still haven't seen Jevin, too. Whoa. Wait, look at Jevin. So he's just completely blacked out.
Jevin is a shadow of what he once was.
But don't worry, Snowy. We'll see what he looks like at the hospital because they got the brightest lights there. Maybe Mr. Sun could shine on him? Whoa!
That is not shining right now.
What is this? What is this Phase 6, Mr. Sun?
That is so scary. Look at his pupil moving around like that.
That is terrifying! Hurry, Snowy! Let's get them in the Sprunky ambulance and get them to the hospital!
Yeah, guys, this is urgent.
Let's see how they got fixed this time. Like Pinky. Whoa. Pinky sounds a little different now.
Yeah, Tyler, maybe it's because of the medicine. You know when you're sick, you sound different?
Oh yeah, totally, Snowy. She has a sore throat. And her color's a little different too.
Yeah, she's a little bit more pale because she's sick right now.
I think they had to give her skin from the 3 little pigs.
Yeah, after the wolf burned them.
How about Vineria? Hey, look at Vineria. She's looking good.
Ooh, yeah, she's all blooming with flowers.
Let's check out. Ooh, we got the lights on for Jevin. Oh my gosh, Zoe, look. I like how he's just unchanged. And he still makes his singing sounds.
And his hair gets messed up from his hoodie.
Yeah, it's the static electricity. How about Simon? Whoa, look at Simon, Zoe. They fixed his mouth.
Oh yeah, look, he looks way happier now.
And let's bring in Lime. Whoa. Lime makes a crazy sound.
He looks pretty crazy too with all those bandages.
Oh my gosh. Well, Snowy, I'm glad that we're able to get them all to the hospital, but they still look pretty messed up.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time for these ones to get better, considering the phase was pretty high.
Well, guys, we're gonna be healing the Sprunkies all the way to Phase 1000. 1,000.
While we're doing that, you should click on one of those videos that's on your screen.
And subscribe if you haven't already. Bye!
See ya!